Hi, this is DigitalFemme and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about the one thing that you must never ever compromise. And if you want to know what that is, then please continue watching. Hi, I'm glad you stayed. So I know that we've been told throughout our lives that compromising is a good thing. We do it every day. We do it in school. We do it at work. We even do it in relationships. As a matter of fact, it's almost a necessity, it seems, that when you're in a relationship, you need to compromise. Okay, so the one thing that I've learned for myself anyway, not to ever compromise, and when I think about it, people really need to realize and understand that neither should they, and that is comfortability. And what I mean by that is being able to feel comfortable wherever you are. Being able to feel comfortable in your own place, in wherever you go out in public, but most importantly, in a relationship. If you are in a relationship where repeatedly the person you are with, for some reason, makes you feel uncomfortable, and you can define uncomfortable in different ways. Unhappy, frustrated, depressed. You feel like you're being controlled, manipulated. You know, there's a lot of words to describe that. But if this continues where it changes your behavior, where you actually become a person that you no longer recognize or is really not you, then that's really compromising who you are. And that is absolutely not okay. And I started to realize this after a couple of years in a certain relationship. And I still loved the person very much, and I still do. But I just know now that it's my responsibility to make myself happy, feel comfortable, and not feel abused. And I'm not saying that anybody that I'm with intentionally is doing the abusing. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes they can't even help it because they don't even know. Sometimes it's part of their personality or who they are, their character, that just kind of like rubs you off in the wrong way. But because you're in a relationship with them, and of course because you love them, you either make excuses for them or make excuses for yourself, or oftentimes you look into yourself to see what you can change about you to lessen the conflict. That's what I've been doing for a couple of years. And you know what? I don't blame anybody other than myself. The reason why I say that is because I was just not aware. I was just not aware of the dynamics, and I'm just holding myself responsible and accountable for number one, knowing, being aware, and then setting my own boundaries. And what triggered me to realize this is I started not liking that I wasn't feeling comfortable and just being at peace within. And I know people say, well, if you're into meditation and if, you know, all that stuff, and if you are spiritual, then you could easily just center yourself and go within and live within and be in your own light. I've done that. I've done that for a number of years. And I've done that so much that I was able to, once in a while, and more often than not, because I had practiced that, to actually stay within my own light and not get pulled and not allow myself to react to things around me or to the drama around me that I didn't want to be part of. But again, I'm human, so then once in a while I get out of that light or that peace. Then I kind of like started to realize that even though I was holding my own ground in terms of being in my own light and being at peace with myself, it still wasn't right for the energy that was happening in the environment that I was working in, because I'm a remote worker, and that I was living in. No matter how many plants I put around my apartment, no matter how many times I what do you call it? I smudged with a stick of sage. Okay, look up what smudging is with sage, S-A-G-E. No matter how many times I've imagined a white, bright, beautiful light from within growing outward and expanding my aura, that really didn't matter. I mean, it helped a lot, but if there's somebody else that's staying in your own place that is having a different energy or vibration than you, and it's one that's kind of like tends to weigh you down and tends to operate more on the negative side, then it does affect you. I thought it couldn't. I thought I could just hold my own light and think positive and just ignore and just focus on what I needed to do. And I've done that for a number of years, but I didn't like how it was I just didn't like that feeling of, I just didn't. I understood and I started to realize that there was a weight in the space, or there's a certain energetic color in the space that it just bothered me. It was almost like an intrusion. So I don't know if you're listening to this. I don't know what your situation is. And I don't mean to, I know I started off saying in the video, this is one thing that you must never compromise. And I know that there's gray areas. I guess I'm just sharing you my story because maybe it might help one of you that happen to fall onto this video and to maybe start to realize and rethink their situation. Every time I'm not feeling happy, I mean, I'm always happy, but there's a feeling of peace, feeling comfortable. There's a certain level of freedom, free to laugh and not get judged, free to get up and dance because a certain song inspires you, free to play whatever music you want to play because you like it, free to make your own YouTube channel, free to buy a type of chocolate, free to buy chocolate. It came to the point where I had to change the way I behaved, and I started not doing things what I wanted to do just for myself, for my own entertainment, because I didn't want to upset someone else. And that is compromising my comfortability. Because if I want to play a certain music and I can't, there's a discomfort there. If I want to buy a chocolate bar and enjoy it and eat it, but I feel like I'll be judged and somebody will say something, there's a discomfort there. If I can't get up and dance for no particular reason without somebody saying something negative and I get that I can perceive that they're perceiving it's negative, but no, I think I have my brain in order, because when people say certain words that are negative sentences, yes, that there is no doubt in my mind that it's a negative sentence and it's a negative energy. And if I can't even be me in my own apartment that I pay rent totally for, that's the situation, that's discomforting. That is what I mean. And now that I have my own space all to myself, I could play what I want to play. I can get up and do a little jig if I want to. I can watch a comedy show and laugh because it is funny and not be questioned about, why am I laughing? What's so funny? And no, it isn't funny. I don't know. It's funny to me. Anyway, that's really what I want to say. And I don't know why I'm sharing this today. I was actually going to talk about another topic. So I, put my camera on the camera holder in the middle of my ring light. And all of a sudden I started talking about this. So maybe the reason why I started to talk about this could be a far stretch, was today's a full moon. Today, the full moon comes on the Northern Hemisphere in the middle of the country in the time zone that I'm at 11:22 p.m. And it's currently almost approaching 10. And perhaps it's the full moon energy that's prompting me to just share this. And maybe I'm sharing this is because a full moon energy kind of like, well, actually, anyway, as the full moon comes to fruition, or at its 100% fullness, then that is the energy of letting go and releasing things that no longer serve you. Now, prior to a full moon, obviously, is a new moon. So we had a new moon previous, about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks ago. And usually a new moon energy, you set the intention of things you want to come into your life. So perhaps towards the ending of the new moon phase, entering the full moon phase, by the time the ending of the new moon phase happens, things you have set the intention for at the beginning of the new moon would have already fruitioned. And for me, I see that the things that I had set intentions for, it has. So now that we're entering a full moon phase, meaning time to let go and set intentions of releasing things that no longer serve you, maybe I'm saying this, I'm choosing this topic because it's a reminder that that is what I had let go of. I had let go of a situation that really no longer served me and has not served me for a number of years. And I'm just so thankful and glad that for how long it took me, better late than never. And I am truly happy that I got to claim my space. I got to claim my sovereignty within and around. That's really all I want to say. So if this video resonated with you, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, because there will be more of these. I will absolutely share more stories of the insights that I've learned about myself. And it's, things that I share is probably not really unique to me, because we are all like-minded people and we all go through pretty much the same things. Of course, there are groups of people that go through the same things more than others, but that's the beauty of the internet. We can always find communities out there where we have support, where we resonate with, and we share like-minded ideas. So, you know what? Think about subscribing to this channel, because there will be a video that will resonate with you. It'll either inspire you, motivate you, or give you an aha moment. And if you are watching this video, I hope that whatever I said kind of like resonated with you, or made you think, or sparked something in you to maybe realize something in your situation, and to give you the courage to claim your comfortability, to claim your space, to create a life that you want, because you can. And it starts with creating the space that you want. It just starts with a space. The first space is within. Understanding and knowing who you are, and that you don't need anything and you don't need anyone to feel like you. And if you don't feel like you, and if you don't know who you are, then you've got a lot of work to do. You do. But with that said, you really don't need a lot of work. You know what you need? You need to sit in silence and close your eyes and just concentrate on your breathing. Feel your heartbeat and just connect within. Some people call it meditating. Some people have different forms of meditating. But if you can just sit still and focus on your breathing for a while, and sure, thoughts will still come in and out of your mind. But as you keep doing this, you will get better. And you know what? You're going to reach a phase or a state where you're going to like that quietness and that peace within, because it just feels like so amazing. And you get to feel this immense, I'm going to call it love, but this immense peace and relaxation and joy. And there's even no words to describe it. The closest word I can think of is the word love. And you're going to feel it from within. And you're going to know that when you feel it from within, it just doesn't start from inside. It's everywhere on a different plane, on a different vibration. And you just have to connect to that. And the more you feel that, the more you feel what that love feeling is from within yourself, the easier you're going to identify things around you and people that you're associating with that do not jive with that. And you're not going to understand it at first, but the more you sit within yourself and meditate or just spend time within, you're going to feel that contrast. You're going to love wanting to just be within yourself and feel that peace and love and bliss and comfort. And anytime there's something around you or someone that doesn't make you feel comfortable, you will know what to do. You will know what you want to do and how you want to live and how you want to feel. And I guess that's really what it's all about. Don't ever compromise your feelings. Maybe when I said it in the beginning, it's not about don't compromise your comfortability, but it's a feeling. It's a feeling of comfort. So don't ever compromise that feeling that makes you smile. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and do consider subscribing. So wherever you are, have a great day, have a great evening. And again, thanks for visiting my channel. Bye-bye.